safety and mountain regalia. Chief little flower coming at you from the privacy, safety, and sanctuary of my beloved benefactor's estate. So, how's it going, Everett? How's it really going, everybody? Are we all having a wonderful time out there? At the time of this recording, it is January 9th, 2024. So, I tell you what, Marcella Maria Landon Comiskey. What the fuck, young lady? Okay, it's like this, honey. All of the wonderful king's horses and all of the king's men that backstabbed Humpty Dumpty and pushed them off the wall so she could never be put back again. All of those people that you're working with, they're responsible for killing our mother, my dear. All of that spell work that you think you got going on in the background, that is the same energy that has killed our mother. You remember that lady, right? Well, today's her birthday. How about that? How do I know? Well, first of all, it's common sense. Right now, everything is common sense. It's not a question of if. It's not a question of who. It's a question of the evidence is everywhere. Everywhere. Not where I'm at, but where you are. You all got little piggy. Very piggy. And everybody that's approached you gave you money to come sideways at anybody. McCullough Highlanders. I mean, come on now. You have X, Y, and Z approaching you, pandering to you, dangling carrots in front of you to act the goddamn sideshow, flying funky monkey zoo, to go say this, to go say that, to go do your little ass scripted narratives. So what? So you could go to church and act like when salvation is here, your soul is good? My dear, you don't even know what eternal damnation looks like, let alone what the four horsemen would look like when they show up on the scene. Because if you did, you'd recognize hellfire, Satan, and brimstone when he came to palm your grease with his little something from the government, if you know what I mean. How on earth do any of you look at your targeted individuals in the face and feel justified in what you're doing? Isn't that what the definition, the epitome of what psychotic is? I mean, consider two-faced. If you're being nice to somebody and turning around and throwing all of the rocks, which are the backstabbing knives, into their backs and hiding your hands, how is that not hellfire, Satan? I mean, come on now. Would you recognize a bank robbing in the making if you were just standing right there? Or would you just feel like you'd hold open the door for the goddamn bank robber and maybe even throw your panties at him too? Be like, I love what you're doing. Come back and bring me some of that money too. Because for all you Christians, so-called Christians, how do you go to church and sleep with yourselves knowing you're backstabbing your target while pretending to be their friend? How does that work? Do you guys have small groups in your church that are directed by the goddamn murdering criminals that show up to train your fool ass? To show you how to be the goddamn monkey. To teach you the scripted narratives. And then you check in on your little guardian apps. What the fuck is the matter with you? You act like eternal damnation was just a sing, song, and dance that you were getting into an alignment with. What's up with that? And then I watched you tool your children into it. What, you were just going to teach the younger generations how to be psychotic on the down low. To destroy their lives right now. I mean, if you planned on it, and I see you do it, you just might as well take them out to the back and just put a hole in their head right now with the goddamn bullet and gun. Because what you did was teach them the value of how to grub for what they want. You didn't teach them how to hold on to integrity at every turn whenever the goddamn devil shows up to tempt anybody. How is that an honorable life? And then, because of that, what you did was sow generational curses instead of generational prosperity. Marcella Maria Comiskey, all of those people that you have lured the little goddamn carrot and been like, here, come sideways against my sister. You're a malicious woman. Look at all of the tools the devil gave you to do that to me. That's how you know you were breaking bread in Sodom goddamn Gomorrah with the same people that helped you murder your own mother, bitch. Today's January 9th. Our mom was born January 9th, 1936. A day before Elvis, or a day after, whatever. You helped murder her with the spell work, dumbass. How does that feel? Look into the mirror and say, I helped murder my own mother. You're breaking bread, running around with the same goddamn clown posse that murdered your mother with spell work. Philippine family, you're not out there in the Philippines government grubbing too, are you? You know, to come sideways at somebody, procured their trust based on fallacies. I mean, what you could do is just give them $20 and be like, oh, see, look, I love you. That's how you know I can trust you. You can buy their trust and then turn around and stab them in the back so you can get more of that Harriet Truman silver. You know, the same kind of silver that Judas had earned for coming sideways against Jesus Christ. You know, that guy. How many of you guys really, really think you're walking in his footsteps or trying to? I mean, the easiest thing to do, is to not bear false witness. Stop entertaining somebody else's goddamn gossip. And if you feel so righteous in taking a side against somebody, do your own goddamn research and go talk to the person. If you were so inclined to take a side on anybody, let alone take somebody else's goddamn money to do their bidding. That makes you a glorified goddamn monkey. And when you parrot your fucking psychotic stage theater, that makes you a goddamn glorified parrot, bitch. And then if you have children, you have tooled into that. That makes you a sorry-ass deadbeat parent. Unless, of course, you fix it. Unless, of course, you address the elephant in the room. And admit you're not perfect. And how you can come up higher and help others that are in the same goddamn boat. Because honestly, you're nothing special. You are the same as every other goddamn sellout that's walking around right now. You know, the same ones that you go to the meetings with. You have your little out-of-towners to teach you the low down and the skinny on your targeted individuals so you can destroy their lives incrementally from the inside out. How does that make you a good Christian? Oh, is that just the front? Or are you really part of the secret skank society, covens that actually do the rituals? Pretending you are Christian. Which one is it? Because Marcella Maria Comiskey Take a good hard look at yourself for a minute, bitch. You are part of the coven that murdered your mother with the spell word. You are Judas. And you're head of your team Judas village idiots with the mobbing pitchforks that pass out, the gaslighting tools, the tools of deception. Is that the kind of citizens you're turning out for the great United States of America? The ones that already have been built and groomed not to honor integrity at every point. The ones that have been groomed to have a sellout price point. Instead of hold tight to honesty. Instead of hold tight to the integrity of truth. Is that what you're teaching your children? Is that the kind of imprints that you're leaving for future generations to work off in karmic debt? Are you grooming? Whenever you teach a kid to have a sellout price, to have these staged little psychotic street theater, fake ass conversations, the next step is to groom them how to be a prostitute. You do realize that. Because your little handlers there, they've been groomed and taught how to push the buttons of their goddamn little milligrams. You don't know what a milligram is? You're the goddamn lab rat. Just substitute milligram for lab rat. You are the lab rat, dumbass. Oh, don't get pissed off at me because I'm enlightening you. Go get pissed off with your own fucking choices. I have an accountability to the truth. You like being Auschwitz? You like being the goddamn concentration camp executioner with your psychotic scripted ass fake conversation narratives? With your fake implements of gaslighting triggers? Your fake decorations, your fake towels, your fake whatever. Because you are Auschwitz, dumbasses. And the Auschwitz karmic reward is suicide or survive. Because if you're feeling suicidal about now, it's because you're supposed to. Because in the Harriet Truman Show, the only lab rat that knows it's a lab rat is the goddamn target, of which your Mortimers of America, watch 48 Hours. Mortimer, he's in the background jacking off on you to see how far you will push yourself and separate yourself from the God you say you serve. Because the Most High, the one that says, Our Father who art in heaven, that guy, he would never endorse your fool ass deceit. He never would endorse you to pretend to be nice to somebody just to turn around and stab them in the backs with throwing your goddamn little fucking rocks. Hide your hands with all of those backstabbing knives. Just so you can earn a little something from the government grubbing handout program for them recipients over there. Well, Marcella Maria Comiskey, are you having fun? Are you liking everything you're doing out there? Are you having a good time? Spreading out your legs to hoe out your liberties. Oh yeah, and Dick Tracy number 1, he tooled your fool ass. Guys, keep your legs closed. Because that's another way the wealthy 1% harvests your energy. and energetically vampire off of you. Oh yeah, and of course, these fool-ass bitches, these clowns, staging these fake conversations just to needle you, just to get at you. So the Truman Show can mark a little checkbox for them and say, yes, they did the monkey act, and now we're going to give them the Nabisco treat. And then up the ante to see how far removed we can get them to separate themselves from the God they say they serve. And when they have children, they're figuring out their next move to start grooming them to be a prostitute. Because they already got you to train your kid how to be a prostitute of ethics. They got you to teach your kid how to be a prostitute to sell out your integrity and come sideways in your fake little conversations. How is that going to get you into the kingdom of salvation, if that is what you really are about? Because you need to learn what eternal damnation looks like when you buy into it. Because if you don't know, well, you're the best candidate to run the goddamn Harriet Truman Auschwitz 2.0 show. Does Auschwitz enjoy being Auschwitz? Does the lab rat know it's a lab rat? Does the goddamn village mob know it's lynching? Does it feel justified in lynching somebody? Does it not care to set good examples for the children? Or are you already a goddamn psychopath narcissist, tooling the children at your disposal? Or maybe you're energetically harvesting them too, once you separate them from family that they actually loved. Because that's what they did, Marcella. They separated you from our mother. You separated me from my mother. And then Liam Comiskey, he's your goddamn handler, bitch. He was paid to come be your so-called significant other. It's true. How do I know? Well, because you're doing all of that shit to me. That's how you should know. How does it feel to be the snake and know that the others have already snaked your dumb ass? You should be enjoying some humble pie about now. Or you can just be mad and pissed off and just go along with the fucking crowd and say, I'm a goddamn loon. I don't care what any of you guys do. I will survive no matter what you think you can do to me. The truth is that I can end up in the street right now, and I know I will survive. But anybody that would put me out there would definitely end up in a horrible state of affairs for your own self, because karma is a thing. But are you too bloated with ego to think karma would never be your bedmate? Mr. Dragon, how's the pipes in your house? How are your cars running? I mean, you and Dick Tracy #1 did physically fuck over my truck. You didn't think that you were still going to energy harvest off me, did you? Well, Marcella, take a look at who you have been running around with, creating all of these fake-ass conversations and dialogues with, just to needle somebody, just to deceive somebody, and then to throw a fucking coin at them, to get them to act the goddamn clown for the fucking Nabisco treat. I'm still alive, bitch. And I'm happy. And I'm in a place where I'm loved. and cared for. And if you think any of you can run your sideways games on them, you're in for a rude awakening. Because God will always provide protection for those seeking to serve the light. And for those that are pretending to serve the light, well, you're going to have to get right with some truth and honesty, because you only get this little window to do it. And once that window's gone, it's gone forever. And until anybody comes to admit to me, the goddamn Harriet Truman Show, you have railroaded me into, anything I do behind the scenes is considered ethical. So go ahead with your fake-ass dialogues. When you come sideways at a goddamn targeted individual, that makes you psychotic. And God forbid your targeted individual stands up for themselves. You weren't really expecting that, were you? You were just expecting to be a horrible person and run their freaking hearts into the ground just to get some money. Some money, money, money. Money. Does that mean money is your God? Instead of honoring truth as your God? Instead of not compromising your integrity? Because if that's what you thought you were going to do, well then, you got a shitstorm coming that's going to go bukkake in your own pants all over your face. Marcella Maria Comiskey, you should be ashamed of yourself. And then if you taught your children to behave psychotic on the down low so they can earn a little something something by coming out their classroom mates, America, they go after your children, stupids. And I say stupids because there's a lot of adults out there that have indoctrinated their children into this slandering machine of the treason circuit in this criminal crime ring that targets individuals through group stalking via gang stalking just to play the mental mindfuck game. Our mother, me and Marcella Maria Comiskey, was killed due to spell work. And all of the spell work in the world will not kill me. Why? Well, because I'm serving the light. Because I'm going out on a limb, taking a leap of faith every day by speaking my truth over here on YouTube to educate others, to get them to see the light and lay down their pitchforks and hit reset and serve the light of honesty and truth and give up the stupid fake dialogues. Because God is over there shaking his head, palm to face, going, really? How long did you think you were going to get away with your fake dialogues? How long did you think you were going to get away pretending to befriend anybody whilst driving the knives in their backs? Is that what you did to our mother, Marcella Maria Comiskey? Or are you just leading the stupid fight of slander on somebody who never did a thing to you? Because everything that is hidden will be brought into the light. And every brick I have ever had to eat and then digest, everybody in your goddamn cesspool that is enabling all of the child molesting throughout the country, your covens that run this, I mean, they're pathological, they lie, they scheme, they plot, they scam, they destroy lives. They get you to destroy your own life and turn around and get you to destroy those around you. It's because they're covens. They don't honor truth. They have no integrity. They'll do a little something to earn a little fucking money. favors. If you decided to give up your integrity, today's never too late to pick it back up and become the true hero of being the prodigal son and the prodigal daughter to come home, unless you like enabling all of the children being molested in that cesspool of that criminal crime ring, because you know it's run by fucking covens. And guess what their special ingredient is? Sexual deviancy. Oh my God. You didn't think that you would be contributing to some other child being sodomized, did you? Well, you are. You are. You are. And if you're proud of that, well, keep on with the fake ass dialogues. Keep on with the fake props in the fucking environments of your offices. Environments of whatever targets you guys are running into the ground at that time. I've seen you guys do it in hospitals. I've seen it all. I gotta remember something. You guys have been running, I said you as in the goddamn cesspool over here of your wealthy 1%, of your little secret Sodom and Gomorrah that's not so secret that you guys want to pretend is secret, but is truly beyond Sodom and Gomorrah. You guys have been running game on me on and off for like 20. It started off at 25 years. Now it's going on 28 years, 29. All you all ever did was train me up. I see through that shit a mile away and can figure out what you plan on doing it before you do it. And I'll just go along with whatever fool-ass game you want to play. You want to play dumb? I'll play stupid with you. Sure, let's do it. You want to play pretend? The Most High will play pretend with you when the time is right. When you make an enemy out of somebody that never did anything to you, you made an enemy of the Most High. So, Marcella Maria Comiskey, you have an obligation to amend all of the wrongs you did. Go turn yourself in and do what is right. Because you can either be whacked. If you think your secret Sodom and Gomorrah is going to, protect you, you're dumber than a box of rocks. Seriously. But you can either be deader than a doornail right now and get whacked whenever the good Lord takes you out. Because how many lives have you already ran into the ground beside me? Anybody living around you, working around you, that have been connected to you, I'd be willing to bet you would have killed anybody who had a kid and then claimed them as your own so you could use them for your own fool-ass benefit. I mean, that's the social profile we're looking at here. And if I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong. But do I really care? I'm just profiling everybody at this point. Because what kind of monster would participate in this cesspool of fake-ass dialogues, fake-ass props in the environment, fake-ass friendships, fake-ass, oh, I love you. Because how can you love anybody that you're running sideways games on? Especially when you're there to, drive them clinically insane. How does that work? I don't hate any of you guys. Seriously, it's no skin off my back. I really don't care. I stopped caring a long time ago. I give it all to God. But I still love you guys. My love for each of you is still genuine. Because if I never spoke up and spoke out against the atrocities, who in your life would? The same ones that are running the game in their local region? You guys are mentally masturbating yourselves into complacency to think what you're doing is acceptable when you haven't even gotten the clue what eternal damnation looks like right in front of you. So consider my speaking up and speaking out a gift, because all of the pieces of the puzzle I have laid out, that I have gleaned from the wonderful YouTubers on the internet and others, and, string them together for what works in my timeline. I have taken a leap of faith on. But make no mistake, each time you run your sideways game at me, you confirm everything I already know. I've seen every template, honey. But the big grand finale is whenever you all come out to me with your, butt naked in the spirit and give me the middle fingers to say, look, we are doing it to you and we don't care. I've seen that too. But if you want to play stupid, you get stupid prizes. So, Marcella Maria Comiskey, happy birthday to our mother. Bitch, you helped all of those murderers murder our own mother, and you turn around and made them honorary members at your own fucking supper table and invited Satan into your bank account. How is that going to prosper you in the long run? Everything you bought into was nothing more than pyrite. Fool's gold. Because the enemy made a goddamn fool of you, bitch. It's true. I still don't hate you, hon. I still love you. I just wish you'd have wanted better for yourself. But you always were really just a fucktard to me. I mean, that's why I left. That's why I cut my ties. You want to make your fool ass. The Bible is against sex changes. Okay, how does the Bible be against the sex changes if there was no such thing as sex changes in the day? All you did was just give a lot of lip and why you don't want me around. Okay, I asked you which scriptures it was. And even encouraged you to tell your children what you've done. I would encourage it now, Marcella. They're going to love you no matter what. They love you. I'm sure they'd be pretty upset. They get over it. But you're going to have to tell them the truth. Give them at least the honor of dignity to stop lying to them. Especially the young one you got there. I loved them. I never stopped loving them. But I'm also acutely aware of how you trained them to hate me. Because stonewalling, when you have a problem with somebody and then you run your fool ass effing tongue all over the world and not tell the person, that is psychological abuse. It's called stonewalling. You taught them how to stonewall. How is that going to build healthy relationships for them in the future? What you did was hobble them before they were out of the gate. And now that you have taught them how to earn a little something and give up the integrity to have a price point just to get what they want, you have hobbled them from having healthy dynamics of relationships, because what you did was throw out integrity. When what you need to have healthy relationships is the cornerstone of integrity, you deleted that from their moral code. You did that. And all of America that have indoctrinated your children to delete the integrity of having that be the pinnacle of your existence, you disgust me. And the Most High. if you decide to stay unreformed. But if you decide to stay unreformed, what good are you? Isn't the world already bankrupt with the lack of integrity out in the world? And then you had the nerve to ask, why is all this hate and pain? Because people like you sow it in there. The pain is derived from lack of integrity. So when you're all questioning why people are out there bank robbing, when people are out there murdering, congratulate yourselves, because it's people like you that decide it's okay to run fake ass dialogues in the background to come sideways at your fucking targets so you can earn a little something from the government handout program. And it's because of people like you that there's pain out in the world. Unjust, unrest. Because what the world needs are citizens that will never sell out their integrity and never be duplicit of mind and forked of tongue. I would suggest you all get right with yourselves, hit reset, do your own soul searching, and fix every fucked up thing you've done. And if not, well, then what good are you? Just keep pretending, and we'll all keep pretending together. So, January 9th, 2024 is my mother's birthday, who has passed. She was murdered secondary to spell work. And Marcella Maria Comiskey, her daughter, is broken bread in Sodom and Gomorrah with all of my mother's goddamn killers. How's that for let's be a happy family?